Hi there everybody! So it is officially August. It actually has been for a couple days now. So that means that it is July favorites time. I didn't put out a June favorites because honestly May, June, and July were kind of bananas. So I just needed to rest it up there. So let's dive on in. I've got some good stuff. A lot of this, I stand corrected, all of it, I've never talked about before, which is pretty exciting. So let's dive on in. So first up, I have two products from Glossier, and I love the concept of this brand. It's based on simplicity. It was created by a blogger, and before that, she was on the hills. Wait, yeah, it was the hills. I couldn't remember if it was the hills or the city, but obviously if you watched one, you watched the other. So Emily Weiss is the creator of Glossier, and as someone who was all about some MTV back in that time period when she was featured on, I believe, the hills, I just love, I don't know, there's a level of nostalgia with it. Like I just, you know, I want to be your pal. But I actually heard amazing things about the product, so I figured I needed to try them. And I didn't want to go crazy because obviously I have plenty of makeup, but I love a lip balm. So I tried and picked up the Glossier Balm.com. Now this is just a simple soothing salve, and you can kind of use it all over. They say you can use it to prep skin for highlighting. It's just a general use salve. However, I've been mainly using it on my lips, and what I like about it is it's not like overly goopy. At night I use the Bite Agave lip mask, and that puppy will like stick to your lips and not budge and be very tacky, and this gives a comparable amount of moisture as something like that, but the lips just have a nice slip to them. So I have been loving the Glossier Balm.com. And I needed a brow gel around that time, so I picked up Glossier's Boy Brow. What I like about this is, one, I'm trying to think, this is brown. So the brown is not too deep, but it has a nice little brushy brush on it, kind of similar to the Gimme Brow by Benefit, which is really good. This is a lower price point, but I just like it. Great tint, gives subtle hold, helps fill them in easily, but Boy Brow for the win. I've been so pumped about those two products. Next up, I have a facial scrub from Nia24. I just got this a couple weeks ago. One of my friends works at a med spa in Raleigh, and we were discussing kind of holes in my skincare routine, and I didn't have like a proper scrub for my skin, my face that is. So she gave me this one. It has cellular renewal properties with niacin in it, but what I like is it's kind of a thick cream, and it exfoliates the skin, never feels depleted, but it just truly feels refreshed. So I have been loving this, and it says that it's for sun and aged skin, but you know, hey, 30 is the new 50, right? Sometimes I feel that way, I'm not gonna lie. Now for my lippies, I love the concept of a tinted lip balm. I had used the Dior Lip Glow a couple months back, loved it. It was a little too pinky for me. I would have preferred it to be a bit more nude. So I ran out, and I liked that kind of double duty product. So I picked up the Tarte, I do believe this is from the Rainforest of the Sea collection, but it is the Tarte tinted lip balm in nude, and there's not shimmer to it. It's just nice sheer nude. It evens out the lip a little bit. It is, okay, so obviously I have something on my lips right now, but my lips do have a bit of pigment to them, so it evens them out. If you were much more fair than me, which is really unfortunate for you, but if you were much more fair than me, you would still be fine with it. But I used this first for hydration and a little bit of color, and then I have been layering it with this Christian Louboutin lipstick in Tutul. Now this is pretty nude. It's a pretty light brown nude. It's not a concealer mouth nude though, and it is a creamy matte finish. I've loved the texture of it. It's not over drying like a lot of mattes on the market are right now. And honestly, it feels, you know, rich and special and I don't know, just glamorous. So it's kind of nice to mix the two of those, but that's what's been my kind of day-to-day lip color. And I like the combination of the two because you can easily layer them without a mirror, without having to think about it, and it's awesome. So the two of these together have been money. Big fan of those. Now, the next item I'm gonna talk about, I've actually been using for a while now. I'm not gonna lie, I think it's been a few months. Now, as you know, I love Glow Minerals. I use mostly their bases in my kit on people, and I just like that it's more natural, and it's now a cruelty-free line, which is really awesome. But I like easy. I realize like I probably don't look like I like easy makeup, but I do. But I love the Glow Minerals Tinted Primer. It has a built-in SPF of 30, which is amazing. So you get natural protection, and the Tinted Primer, the difference between it and the tinted moisturizer, especially from Glow Minerals, is this is going to be much more of a semi-matte texture. It's not overly matte, it's more of a natural matte, but it's not going to leave you as dewy as their tinted moisturizer would. Now, I would say this is going to be your best bet to prep or just use it as a foundation substitute for oily skin girls. However, I've used it on drier complexions and I've had no issues with it. But I do think this is going to be better for you, like neutral, you know, combination to oily people. But I've loved it. The coverage is light, it's buildable, and so day to day what I've been using is this on my skin, and then I just touch up conceal, and I love it. It's awesome, and I don't use a brush with it. I actually use my hands, and then I use my beauty blender for my concealer. But it's great, and I have it in the shade Light. There's 4 shades, and it's fair, light, and the medium and dark. But they're awesome. And I wouldn't say tone-wise if it's too yellowy versus pinky or whatever. It is truly neutral and almost responds to the skin a little bit. So I love that. And once again, it's in my kit and I've used it on brides and, you know, all those fun people I get to hang out with. Now, going along with that, there's a few elements to this kit that I like. First of all, it's the Glow Minerals Contour Kit, and I use it. That's why it looks disgusting. So the Glow Minerals Contour Kit probably came out a year ago, and I want to say it's fair to light and then medium to dark. So you've got 2 options, and there's not much to it. There's not a mirror. It's very lightweight. It's very thin, but the pans are pretty good size. So what I dig is I like setting my under eye with this light kind of pinky nude shade here, which is just, they call it the highlight. It has no special name. And then depending on my mood, I'll use either the cool or the warm contour just to enhance my bronze. I'm still using Hoola, but I'll go in and deepen, you know, my cheeks just a skosh with one of these 2. But truly the moneymaker of this palette is this shimmer highlight, which you can't quite tell what it is, but the shimmer highlight in this palette is absolutely stunning. And to be honest, it's extremely comparable to Becca's Moonstone, which I love because everybody loves a highlighter these days. Becca Moonstone is super comparable to the highlight in the Fair to Light kit. The medium to dark kit is for sure darker and is more for your medium complexion, so it's a bit more of a golden highlight in that kit. But the fair one, awesome. Slightly less pigmented than Moonstone. However, for a mineral makeup, it's gorgeous. It is so gorgeous. I actually used these shades on my eyes today because I was feeling kind of lazy and just hadn't done it, so I wanted to play with it. And I'm actually almost out of Steal a Kitten, which is breaking my heart. But if you have any suggestions for like a Steal a Kitten replacement, because I know it's good, but I wouldn't mind trying something else, leave it in the comments below because your girl needs some help. But this kit is great. I have this shimmer highlight on my lid. I have these 2 shades mixed together in my crease, and then I actually blended it out with the matte highlight there. It's great. Easy peasy. It's just, you know, It's multifunctional. You can use it on your face and on your eyes. It's great. It's so amazing. And then last but not least is a handy device that I actually heard about from Christina from Pretty Shiny Sparkly. And it is a sorry. It's a clippa. So one, it's totally a fashionable bracelet, which I kind of thought about, like if you were going out, that could be handy. I would rock it. You wouldn't notice it in a bunch of bangles. But what it is actually just a super tough and strong purse hook. So you hook this puppy on the counter or the table, whatever restaurant you are at, and you hook your bag right on it. Now, I think online it said it holds up to 35 pounds, and so I've used this with kind of my medium-sized like Coach leather bags, which are stuffed to the gills because I have to have everything with me at once. I've used it with that, and then I've also used it with, I have a work tote that is kind of a medium to lightweight work tote that's big. It can hold like a laptop, but once again, I pack that puppy full and it holds it and it's not struggling, and you know, it's kind of indestructible. So the clippa is amazing. You can find these guys on Amazon, but thank you, Christina, because I just feel so much more prepared. And actually, Jeremy and I went to lunch one day and I like popped it out and set it on the counter, and he was like, what is that? I was like, it's my purse hook. He's like, do they provide that? I was like, no, not the restaurant. The restaurant doesn't provide it. Like, I brought it. And he's like, it's pretty genius. Why didn't I think of this stuff? Man. Alrighty, everybody, so those are my favorites for the month of July. I hope you enjoyed and maybe you learned about some new goodies to try out. If you have any questions about these products, please leave them below. And then you can also find out a little bit more about some of these products on my blog, thehuelifestyle.com. So go on and check that out as well. But I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.